For me, I think the biggest thing that football taught me was how to overcome adversity.
At some point in your life, you're going to have some tough times.
You have to have that next play mentality.
That cohesiveness and that working together, that's really something special that you can't get in a lot of other areas.
When you practice that and you live that in other phases of your life, it becomes second nature because all you know how to do is fight.
It's not an easy game. If it were easy, everyone would do it.
You start to appreciate the smaller contributions that people make. You don't just look at the big one because you knew it took 6 or 7 other guys who are unsung.
And you can't take shortcuts and be successful.
Doing what they do to make it possible for the guy getting the press clippings or whatever it might be.
In this game, whether it's as a coach or a player.
So I would certainly say that you definitely got a very quick lesson in how to overcome adversity playing football.
Welcome to FootballGameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook, and we're here at the 2016 Heisman Trophy press conferences. This is the Friday before tomorrow's actual ceremony. So today we're going to take a look at some of the sights, some of the sounds, and some of the words coming from the Heisman candidates.
One of the best things I see about your game is your ability to find open space and read coverages on the fly. How important is that for a receiver, and what goes into that preparation where you always find yourself open?
Just pretty much working hard in practice, actually paying attention to the game plan that Coach Riley has set up for us. He usually put the scout team in great position for us, and so when I run those routes, if it wasn't for the scout team working as hard as they do, giving us the great looks that they give us, I wouldn't be able to find those holes. So.
When you look at the position, a lot of times people want to designate someone as an inside receiver, slot receiver, XZ. What do you see yourself being, and do you see yourself as just a receiver regardless of where you're aligned?
That's a good question. Well, my whole career I played slot receiver. From high school to my junior college I played slot receiver, and going over to Oklahoma I was being recruited as a slot receiver. But then we had a few coaching changes, and Coach Riley was like, Dede, we want you to play outside receiver, and you're going to get a few snaps throughout the game at slot receiver. So I was like, okay, that's pretty iffy. I've never played outside receiver before, but now I kind of like it, because at the end of the day you're not going against those backers and safeties, you're going against the true cornerbacks, like the guys that actually do what you do. They're just as athletic as you are, and at the end of the day it's competing. So it comes down to a competition thing, and that's what I like most.
If you had to make a pitch for Baker to win this award, what would you just say about him? Why should he win this award?
Because he's a leader both on and off the field. He's very disciplined, very coordinated with everything that he does. He's just a nice guy, and at the end of the day the talent speaks for itself.
Can you talk about your emotions of where you are now and how it all started, all the practices, all the hard work?
It took a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication, and a lot of focus for me to get here. If it wasn't for my beautiful children, I wouldn't be here. Of course, if it wasn't for my mother, I wouldn't be here as well. But it just took a lot. I quit football for a while, and during that time that I quit football, people just thought like I gave up, but I didn't. I isolated myself from all of my friends, and I was doing things on my own, to better myself, at the game of football, as if that was turning the TV on and watching Sports Center, getting those mental reps or whatever it took for me to be great while I was at home, for the time being. And so it just took a lot of hard work and dedication, and that's the reason I'm here now.
What do you love about the game the most?
What I love about the game the most is making people miss in open field, and of course winning. I drive myself on winning. I want to win, and whatever position you want me to play or whatever you want me to do, I would do that for the team in order for us to win. At the end of the day, nothing else really matters unless we win. We can go out there, and of course me being announced the best receiver in the country last night, we can go out there, I could not touch the ball, wouldn't care. I will block all day long as we win. If that's the game plan, then let's do it. You know what I mean? I just want to win.
If the game of football taught you anything, what would be the biggest lesson you think football taught you?
It pretty much taught me patience. And the reason I say patience is because growing up I didn't have much of nothing, and I've always tried to rush the process of being great, but then me going the JUCO route showed me that, hey, you need to be patient and embrace the moment whenever it comes, because it's bound to come.